He was 16 when he married her. No tuxedo, no white gown, no orchestra playing in the background. Just a nervous teenage boy from a coal mining town in South Wales, standing beside the only girl he had ever loved. Her name was Linda Trenchard. Before the world knew him as Tom Jones, before the screaming crowds, the Las Vegas lights, the friendships with Elvis, the platinum records, he was Thomas Woodward. A working-class kid from Pontypridd who had fallen in love at 12 and never really fell out. They grew up together, same streets, same schools, same dreams that felt too big for a small town. By 16, Linda was pregnant. On March 2nd, 1957, they married quietly. No headlines, no cameras. Just a promise made in a plain room that smelled of floor polish and nervous hope. Their son Mark was born soon after. Tom worked construction during the day. At night, he sang in smoky working men's clubs packed with miners who didn't tea-clap politely. They either believed you or they didn't tea. Those crowds toughened him. You could win them. You could win anyone. By the mid-1960s, the world discovered what those Welsh miners already knew. It's not unusual. Delilah, green grass of home. Thomas Woodward became Tom Jones' international star. But while the world screamed his name, Linda stayed home. She raised Mark. She kept the house steady. She watched the man she married become someone the world felt it owned. The marriage wasn't spotless. Tom has openly admitted to affairs during long tours. Fame doesn't test character gently. He made mistakes, public ones, painful ones. Linda stayed, not because she was weak, it's because she knew him before the lights, before the ego, before the stage persona that wore tight suits and commanded arenas. She once told him not to bring Tom Jones into their home. She married Thomas Woodward. And that was the man she wanted. For nearly 60 years, they stayed married. That kind of endurance doesn't trend on social media. It doesn't sell gossip headlines, but it builds something deeper than glamour. It builds history. Then, in 2016, everything changed. Linda was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Tom canceled his tours immediately. The stage went dark. The man who had filled stadiums sat quietly beside a hospital bed instead. For 10 days, he barely left her side. He told her he didn't know how he would sing again, that he didn't know how to stand in front of people without her grounding him. She listened calmly. Even then, she was steady, and she gave him one final instruction: keep going. She told him he still had life to live, songs to sing, air to breathe. On April 10, 2016, Linda passed away at 75. Tom was shattered. He later admitted there were mornings he couldn't get out of bed. He replayed every mistake, every tour, every time he wasn't home. Grief is not elegant when you're alone. For a while, he considered never performing again. It was his son Mark who finally said what needed to be said. If you stop singing, you'll wither away. Slowly, Tom gathered a few musicians in a hotel room. No audience, no lights, just a microphone and memories. He sang, the first notes hurt. His voice cracked. Emotion threatened to overpower him, but he found something inside the grief, a way to let the emotion move through the music instead of drowning it. He returned to the stage, not as the swaggering showman of the 60s, but as a man who had loved deeply, lost profoundly, and chosen to stand anyway. He moved back to London, something Linda had always wanted. He kept performing. He kept living. Today, Sir Tom Jones has sold over 100 million records. But if you ask him what truly defined his life, it isn't the fame. It's the girl from Pontypridd who married him when they were children. The woman who knew him before the spotlight and loved him after it faded. Their love wasn't flawless. It was real. And for a generation that understands marriage as commitment, not convenience, that kind of love still matters. Sometimes the greatest strength isn't falling, it's standing back up because someone you love told you to. And sometimes, long after the applause fades, the only voice that matters is the one that whispers, "Keep going."